And if he dies, he dies. Just like Drago said, this ain't no game. I'm sending my son to go kill him.
And down goes Devin Haney! He may be a one-trick pony, but that trick is enough!
Round 1. Instead of baiting the opponent with a high guard, as he did against Fonseca, Garcia used a proactive guard to lure Haney to throw a jab that he could counter. Haney tends to pull his rear hand back when he throws a jab, leaving his right flank open for a left hook. Because of that left hook, Haney's survival instinct kicked in early, and he was in flight mode for the rest of the fight. Haney made some adjustments to evade the left hook, and he even managed to land a left hook in the third round while Ryan was pulling back straight. But that was the only meaningful punch Haney landed on Ryan in the fight. All the other punches he landed were either blocked or did not affect Ryan. For the most part, he was gun shy because each time he pulled the trigger, something more devastating came back. And just like in the Lomachenko fight, it was obvious that Haney didn't know how to adjust to speed and volume punching. That was a smaller man on the front foot bullying him. Naturally, he had no answer for a bigger man who packed a bigger punch. Then there were these little moments where you realize that his technique and timing weren't that good. When your opponent is overextended like that, and you made the effort to make him fall short, you have to make it count. Missing opportunities like that conveyed two important things. One, Haney doesn't know how to set up traps, and two, he is not fast enough to take advantage of such moments. In the defense department, obviously Ryan did 10 times better than Haney. Aside from systematically dismantling him, Ryan made Haney miss shots by a mile. And while I won't recommend anyone to use Ryan's shell, as silly as it looks and maybe borderline illegal to some extent, it was effective. It discouraged Haney from mounting effective attacks. And given his lack of punching authority, Ryan's spleen was safe despite Haney doing his best to pound it over and over. It was like watching an animated pillow love tapping a large piece of concrete. By round 7, Garcia completely took over with the fight's first knockdown. By just looking at how Haney was struggling to get up, the fight should have been stopped at this point since Haney was badly hurt. Garcia disguised his left hook by setting it up with a jab, then quickly looped around Haney's rear handguard. Haney was expecting to parry a second jab, but he had another thing coming for him. This setup for the left hook was very effective, and Haney couldn't do anything to stop it. After a couple of rounds and uncounted knockdowns, Garcia dropped Haney again in round 10. Ryan backed up and bewildered Haney with strong volume punches coming from all directions. Throughout the fight, Haney was snicking some punches in the clinch. It is legal as long as you don't hit the back of the head. But in round 12, Ryan made him pay a hefty amount when he countered Haney with a quick 2-punch combo on the inside. The right cross created the opening and the left hook sealed the deal. Both punches were short, sweet, and devastating. All those concussive attacks that Haney had to endure for the rest of the fight after the first knockdown could have been avoided, and they probably shaved off several years of his pro boxing career. After all his social media antics, Garcia got the job done in a spectacular and career-defining fashion. He was too strong for Devin Haney, and he proved that he is the better boxer. Whatever he does next will be exciting. As for Haney, it is tricky where he stands after the fight. He needs to correct some of the mistakes in his game. It's not like he can improve the quality of his chin, so better boxing ability will probably have him covered on that front. His previous outings led people, himself and his team, to believe he is a better boxer than he actually is. He took the fight believing that he was the better boxer. If he wants a rematch, Ryan will call the shots, and he will probably have to fight him at 147. Haney can't fight Ryan again straight away. He will have to rebuild himself and gain back his confidence. It won't be easy because the welterweight division is full of talents that will stop him in his tracks. Guys who punch just as hard, if not harder, than Ryan Garcia. He and his father inadvertently ensured he would be this decade's version of Adrian Bronner, a seemingly very promising young boxer that fell spectacularly the moment they faced their toughest competition. But there is redemption. He will rise again if he is as great as he claims to be. A true great boxer is not only defined by their undefeated record, but by how they rise after they fall.